Hello, everyone, and welcome into more Seven Wonders Duel here on the Sorcerer Network. My name is Sorcerer Matt. Let's get this thing kicked off. Well, this is a pretty easy choice. Divine Theater. Interested to see what my opponent goes with here. I would probably go with the two war ones just to, like, really, maybe try to go that route. Oh. See, Okay. I think that I would like this. I think grabbing one of the yellow cards here is the correct move. I debated the wood. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is what I want to happen. That is totally fine. Because now I will grab the wood. I thought about grabbing the wood first and then grabbing whichever one was left over, but just based on the wonders that I have, it's more being able to make the Colossus much cheaper is pretty nice. Okay, interesting. I guess I probably should look at what that is before I just click on the wood. But definitely don't want that war card. Assuming my opponent takes the clay. Unless my opponent really wants to place a Pantheon token. So there's a world where I discard that, but I think placing this Pantheon token, I think placing that there is fine. Yeah, that's a little bit of a bummer because my opponent now gets the glass. So maybe I misplayed that. That I should have just discarded this one. I don't think that's really gonna totally destroy us. Okay. Happy about that. I guess depending on what's under there. If it's garbage, then I'm not happy about it. I like that we have the first 2 out of 3 Pantheons over on my opponent's side. That's nice. Alrighty, I'm into that. So it's discarding for coins. Because now, if my opponent wants to use the only extra turn to grab another clay or 4 coins, it's not like the worst thing in the world. I'm pretty okay with that. I would like the 4 coins, yeah. So my opponent's going to do that. Now, the Sanctuary does help him in the last round, or in the next age and future ages. But I still think that this is fine. I think grabbing a science card here is not the worst idea. Again, grabbing a progress token is not anything to sneeze at. Okay, once again, hate putting any kind of steel thing out there. Yeah, that's nice. So now the question is, do I... Assuming my opponent is going to do something with that war card? Yeah. I don't think I use an extra turn here. I think we just do this. Grab 2 science symbols. That puts a science victory in play. And the clay is not like a slam dunk for my opponent. A little bit concerned about the resources that I have, which is a little bit why I'm trying to lean a little bit into the sciences there. Because, yeah, so, I give my opponent wood, but that's fine. I'd rather take the stone resource. Yeah. I'm happy to grab this. I don't really feel like using one of my extra turns just to get whatever this is. We'll throw Anubis here, and then that puts the gate here. That's the other nice thing about this play. That's the only bummer is I kind of thought that was going to be Papyrus, and that's not ideal. However, I am going to do the 3 coins here. I realize that does not set me up with a ton of coins, but the fact that I've grabbed 3 science symbols here in the first age is pretty gross. And I'm happy to do this. And I know if I can get enough coins to get the gate, I can steal a wonder, which Mausoleum, is kind of what I would like to go for here. Excuse me. And then, if I can nab, maybe I try to go for this and grab Law first. Can I do that before my opponent completes the Mausoleum? This might be a game where architecture is really great. I suppose there's also a world where I can get Law through the Mesopotamian wonder as well, or Pantheon as mythology deck as well. Okay. I guess I see it. I think that this is the play. Because now I get a 4th science symbol. Yes, so I get a 4th science symbol regardless of what happens here. So I'm happy to do this. My opponent doesn't have any money, so I'm pretty happy with that. Not happy with now losing out on the coins here, but my opponent probably does something here, though. Okay. So I want to do this. And then I don't want to do the snake. I want to steal this. I want to steal a wonder. Because I want the Mausoleum. Because now that allows me to get this out of the discard pile. So now I kind of need to think about hitting Enki here to see if I can hit Law. And then the other thing would be I can also hit Law through the Divine Theater. Now the issue is I need resources, which is a little bit of a problem at this point. I have good natural resources, but not great. I'm getting killed on this glass and papyrus. Okay, so we're going to discard this for 3 coins. This gives us this token, which is not nothing. That sucks. Okay. That's a very curious play. I'd probably grab this, even though it's all 4 of my coins. Or do I just commit to this science thing? The problem is that I need these resources to be cheaper so I can get the mausoleum. And I know, like, there's a decent chance that I get Forum Drying Room. Yeah, I think this would be nice, but I don't need it. This also gives me another yellow card, which makes my discard stuff a little bit more powerful. This also, my wonderful Isis here becomes interesting because I could definitely Divine Theater that in order to get the Mesopotamian law. I guess. No, that's fine. Okay. So I want to discard this. I'm pretty much all in on the science here. Like we are all in on the science. Okay, the good news here is that if my opponent takes this glass, then does not. Okay, so my opponent now is like, okay, how do I want to play this? I don't think I overthink this. I'm just going to play this. I want to see what my opponent does here. Okay. See, that's, like, not great, but also now I just do this, and now I at least have one of them. So now this becomes really fun because I don't think I need to spend my money in order to do this. I think what I would rather do is do Isis. Yeah. See, that's totally fine. I would rather do this and just, like, use both of these tokens to make this free. To take, I don't know, this and just do Divine Theater. And then we grab the Mesopotamian deck and we grab Law. Because now I just need, if I can get this out of the bin, I just need one more thing. I just need one in the Third Age to make this happen. Yeah, do not care about that. What is this? So wait, try Franklin. Any card which has underscross a chaining symbol. Okay, great. So now I want to discard this one. I want to gain some money here. Okay, great. Okay, I think the correct move, because I will still have one extra turn here, is to do this, because this gives me an infusion of cash, and then I do this, because this gives me more coins on my discard and makes things just a whole lot easier to pay for. So basically what I need is to not lose to a military victory. Going to be pretty key that doesn't happen. But now I can do this, And as long as this isn't a military card that makes me lose the game, great. We're all good. Would not have been the first time that I just needed the one card to not be, the thing. And, I guess I can also go like this. Don't need to do the discard pile. I can just win like that. So yeah, even though we were covered there on the resources, my opponent, I think, was ahead through most of that game. And we were able to the fact that we were able to get three is the magic number in Age 1. If you can get 3 science symbols, not saying it's a guaranteed science win by any means, but you got a pretty good shot at it. At that point, your opponent has to really, 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 really make sure that, you're not going to get sciences. And the key there was I had so many options to win that game. Where it was, I didn't even have to do the discard pile. I could have gone through the discard pile, and even my opponent didn't have so many points that I couldn't have flipped and been like, all right, I'm just gonna get points now. Military was the only thing that I guess was really going to be a concern. Where, if all of a sudden I lose to a military victory, that would have been pretty painful. I would have been very upset about that. But, it happens. There's an element of luck in this game, and I do like games that are not completely luck-based, but, just you gotta sometimes get lucky. All right, this is a decent set of progress tokens. Urbanism I like. Law and economy are great. All right, we grab this, and I think the Colossus is nice. Then we grab the Hanging Gardens. And then my opponent will go first. What is my opponent going to take here? What's the plan? Okay, all right. While the yellow card is tempting, I think just taking the glass is perfectly fine. Yeah, I'm perfectly okay with this. I probably do the science card again with on this board, depending on what that one card that's revealed is. Okay, that's interesting. All right, well, I'm definitely going to take the free science card. So there are 4 science symbols in this first age. Now, I think my opponent probably just discards or plays that one. Yeah, that makes sense. I think we discard this one. I would prefer just to not to discard any of them. So I think just throwing Hades over here. Let's put the gate over towards me. All right, that's great. That is excellent. Because now pretty much I get a resource. Yeah. Happy to just get a resource. I'm assuming my opponent continues the science hate. Yeah. Which is fine. And I think I'm just going to continue to discard here. We'll throw law just right here, because this guarantees that the gate is going to be on my side. What is this? Ah, that sucks. Yeah, that's a little unfortunate. That's like very unfortunate. And I really don't want to use my extra turn here. I suppose the 9 points is just fine. I am just kind of gating coins here, which is nice. All right. The nice thing here is I don't care which one. Yeah. So like, I don't mind getting the clay reserve here, even though that's like the worst reserve I could have gotten. I don't mind it. Oh, it just discards it. Okay. I'm happy to construct this. And then, I'm happy to throw this here. So then the gate. Okay, excellent. Now the only issue here is that I'm going to give my opponent the 4 coins. However, that does mean I get the science symbol. And because there's a 3rd science symbol in the bin and I know that law is out there, this is another game that just with our start, a science victory is very, very likely here. Yeah. Like, you know, this is a pretty clean path here to a science victory. All right, we got theology on the board. We also have Ra, so yeah, I'm gonna spend the 8 coins to steal a wonder here, and I'm gonna steal the. I think steal the one that gets me coins. I guess I could have stolen the Great Lighthouse for the resource. That could have been interesting, but I don't think that was the move. Getting Hades would be nice because I could pull this from the discard pile. Okay, my opponent's kind of... All right. I don't mind this. And I think that I want kind of the cash infusion with the potential for more cash infusion. Yeah, I'm assuming my opponent wants to do that, which is totally fine. Wow, I really can do like nothing. So I think we just plug our money into the gate and kind of see what we can hit here. I would like to steal a resource. And I would like to steal a wood. Because that is going to help me. Excellent. Let's discard for 3 coins. This is a much more difficult science victory. That's for sure. So I think we just continue to discard here. That's fine. It's very fine. I do not care what my opponent... Yeah, I'm very happy to spend my 5 coins to do this. Very, very happy for that. My opponent should do the Brickyard, because I can't afford the Forum. Yeah. Oh, just discards it. Well, I'm just going to discard this. I'm very okay if my opponent wants to spend the only extra turn to deny me Papyrus. Because I do have this, so I maybe shouldn't like go totally gun-ho on this. I think this is fine. I'm happy with this. Very happy with that. I know it like opens up my opponent to be able to play this, however they can't afford it, so that doesn't matter. I mean, I guess my opponent could do some shenanigans with the... Okay. do this and grab a science symbol right now. So I'm going to grab this. That is totally fine. I mean, I don't like that I'm losing money, but so be it. And then I'm just going to spend my money to do this. Because now that gives me 4 science symbols. And then kind of like, okay, I definitely want to get rid of this here. And then, I don't really care that my opponent decided to do that. I'm going to grab this, because now we are in a pretty nice resource spot. And we know what beats us. And I have 2 extra turns. So, and I have some military on my side here as well. So yes, very happy to grab this. No extra turns here. My opponent does have an extra turn in the Sphinx, however, currently cannot afford it. Alright, so definitely don't want my opponent to get this. So I'm going to do this one, because then my opponent also loses some coins. And then this gets us 21 points through here. That's pretty nice. I don't love that. However, I can immediately counter it in just a minute. And, yeah. So, like, I can immediately counter this. I don't have any money. Yeah, I think this is fine. This gets me some money. Oh, yeah, okay, that chains it together. Yeah, that was the right decision. All right, no more science victory. We're definitely not doing that anymore. Okay, so let's do this, because this hurts my opponent a little bit more, and actually gets me some points. I mean, I'm assuming my opponent still plays that, but that's okay. All right, my opponent cannot afford that, so we might as well just construct this. This also gets us money, right? No? Oh, it was my opponent that had that. I mean, that's not ideal, but all right. And then I want to see these 2 cards first. Yes, because I want the 7 points. And I suppose my opponent could go Sphinx here. But yeah, I mean, that is 6 victory points for my opponent. So, like, that's not the worst thing in the world. So, I mean, I'm happy to just grab 2 points. Almost had a science victory there. I think the fact that I got all 3 of those purple cards is probably what does it for me. That's a very, very, very close game. But, yeah, really the difference in the game was... Oh, what is this? Oh, 100 victories. Holy cats. Holy cow, that's almost a little frightening. Getting these 3, 21 points. Huge, absolutely huge. I was behind in that whole game. My opponent pretty much beats me in almost every category, except I got 21 points and he got 0. So hey, 100 victories in 7 Wonders Duel. That's exciting. If you're enjoying the content, hit that subscribe button, like and comment, and we'll see you next time.